Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm going to be doing another DreamWorks review. Yep, another DreamWorks review. We're actually getting very close to being done with DreamWorks, thank goodness, because, this has kind of gone on for a long time now. It's been going on for a couple years now. I'm kind of getting ready to just be done with this. But, yeah, I'm going to be reviewing another DreamWorks review here. This one, though, we're going to be talking about here is, I forgot how to pronounce his name, Orion and the Dark, I think is how you pronounce this movie. This one actually was on Netflix. I didn't even know this movie was a thing, because I actually did not have this one scheduled. I had Kung Fu Panda 4 on the list, but not this or Megamind 2, because that'll be next after this. I think it's next. I think it's next, as going for reviewing wise, But yeah, I had all this stuff kind of planned out ahead of time, and then, had some movies come out since then. And watching some Evolution DreamWorks movies. It looks like there's actually one, kind of like Buzz Lightyear Star Command, that came out, before The Bad Guys. I forgot what the movie was, but it looks like it was part of that. So I'm not really sure what that's about, but I'm not going to review it because I'm going to stop at The Bad Guys 2. I'm just going to stick with that because there's another movie that actually has already come out too, Gabby's Dollhouse or something like that, but I think it's what it's called, but I'm not going to watch that either because I feel like if I keep doing that, there's so many movies getting released that, that's just going to cause more problems, It's going to keep pushing things back. So I'm going to definitely stop at The Bad Guys too. But, yeah, but I do want to review this movie, and, the others before it, because, I already had that planned, but, I was hoping to be kind of done, before him, but, I didn't get that taken care of, so, yeah. But anywho, though, if you guys haven't already, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. I am trying to get to 1K subs. If you guys can do that, it would really help me out a lot. I am at 600 subs, but I'm I'm basically even right now. I am going to try to work on a reward video, but I might wait till the subscriber count goes up a little bit more, just in case it's not a real subscriber count, before I start doing my reward video, but yeah, you guys can follow me on Instagram, /threads, and then you can follow me on X. I don't know if I said that yet, but you guys can follow me on there. But now let's go ahead and actually review this movie. So, we have this movie called Orion. Yeah, I think it's called Orion and the Dark, which actually is a Netflix exclusive movie. For some reason, it is not on Peacock. I don't know if Peacock was a thing around when this movie came out. Actually, what am I saying? It had to be, because this is 2024. It would have had to been a thing. So I don't understand why they didn't put it on Peacock. Again, that's kind of the problem with freaking streaming services. They got, crap, all over the place. You can't keep up with anything, where everything's at, I don't actually have a DVD of this movie. I'm not sure if you can get one or not, because I don't remember when Netflix quit, giving out, sending out DVDs, and I know this is technically part of Peacock, or Comcast, which is Universal, who owns DreamWorks and has released DVDs, but I'm not sure. I'd have to kind of figure that out, but yeah, Orion in the Dark is basically, that's kind of what the movie is. The movie here was on Netflix, so I actually had to buy a Netflix, membership thing just to watch it. And I'm gonna say this. This movie basically, design-wise, this movie does not look the greatest. Like, I'll give them credit where credit's due. They at least, were trying something new with the animation. And I'll give them credit for that. I just don't think it looks very good. The eyes look very, the pupils on the characters look very small. It looks very it just looks kind of weird, Maybe other people don't mind it, but I think it looks kind of weird, it looks very weird. But this movie actually surprised me. Surprised me on, I was not expecting this movie to, also to have, other, I forgot, what they were, they're not called elements, they're called, something else. You got dark, you've got, there's, the sleepiness, and then, this mosquito up there, he looks like freaking Squidward. I mean, he really does look like Squidward. Even when I was watching the movie, I was pointing that out. I was like, he looks so much like Squidward. I mean, doesn't he look like Squidward up there? And a little bit with the eye color, the skin color, his head and all. Doesn't he look like he could be like a Squidward? I don't know, he just looks kind of like a Squidward in a way. It's kind of weird, but yeah, basically that's kind of what they are there and all that. I mean, darkness is just, Dark and, is trying to, help take this kid across, the globe. He's trying to help take the kid across the globe and trying to help him, not get, not be scared or and all, because he's scared of, everything and all that, and this guy just has had enough with this kid's bullshit, and it's just what, I'm sick of this. I'm gonna take you places so that way you can, and all, you can teach I can teach you that not to be scared. Which, it's okay to have some fears, but when you're literally scared of every little thing, yeah, that is kind of a problem. That is definitely a problem. But yeah, I don't know, the night element guys, they're okay, I don't really care about them too much, honestly. They don't really add a lot to it. We do get the sun guy during the day, too, which is kind of cool, because Dark, he's the guy who, changes from night to day, and then we have, the other way around. So I'm gonna say this movie definitely gives me a lot of the Guardian vibes, too, which I also noticed when I, watched the movie. I was like, this movie kind of feels like the Guardians in a way. Because the Guardians was like that. The Guardians was basically, the movies were about, it was about, them trying to, the kid, and all, or trying to, work with Jack Frost and all, and they all had different jobs and all that, and it took place kind of mostly at night. That's kind of how this kind of feels too, which, does fit DreamWorks very well, because it's at night, so it's kind of ironic to have two movies like that. They do, change up the story, so it's not like a complete rip-off of, it's not a complete rip-off of the Guardians. It is, its own thing, However, I'm gonna say that this movie, though, I am gonna say definitely is not as good as The Guardians. Like, I don't think it's as good as The Guardians. The Guardians, I felt like, was a lot more entertaining. This movie actually, I'm gonna go ahead and probably just say this. I'm gonna say this movie has got some problems with it. And I'm gonna go ahead and just get this out of the way. I'm gonna give this movie a meh. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a meh. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just say it. You're probably wondering why I'm just going ahead and doing this. I want to give it, the score and all that, because I want to kind of go ahead and get into my issues with the movie. But I'm gonna go ahead and give it a meh. And like I said, the scoring for this movie is. It's going to be 65 points. Yes, 65 points. So a very high meh, but not a good. Like, it's definitely not a good. And I'm going to tell you guys exactly why this movie is I'm going to cut to the chase and tell you guys exactly, why this movie, in my opinion, deserves a meh. This movie does something that I don't like, and they throw this crap in here where apparently it reveals we see the kid as an adult. Okay, we see him as an adult, and he's like cutting back and forth. It's cutting back and forth with with the kid and, with his daughter and all that, and the past, and it feels like it's thrown in out of nowhere, and all. It's thrown in out of nowhere, and they cut back, maybe having it as a twist, maybe at one point would be good, but they freaking do it a few times. And then they throw another curveball at us at the end of the movie, where apparently now it's older, so it reveals that apparently it's his grandkid, because he's an old guy. It's his freaking grandkid, his wife, and his wife and him and his kid telling this story to the daughter and all that, and it's very confusing. Like, the shit was thrown in out of nowhere. It makes no sense. It kind of ruins the movie a little bit for me. And then I question, was all this shit even real? Because they never reveal it. They never reveal it. I mean, I did watch the end credits on Netflix. I guess I did kind of fast forward a little because the credits were kind of long. If I remember correctly, they were kind of long. So I don't know if all of it was real or not. I don't. It is just weird. It's weird. But the reason why it's getting a meh and not a bad is because I do like Darkness. I do like him, and I do like some of the other characters. I do kind of like that, and they actually do have a very good environmental message in this movie. They do. If you think the B movie was the only one that can do that with it, no, this movie actually does that too. It has an environmental message in it, and this one has apparently, if there is no darkness, the Earth would be hotter, which is true. It's true. It would be hotter. There's actually planets people have discovered on other, in other, solar systems that are like that. Where, one side's very hot, and then, because one planet is I don't know the name of this planet, because they're always freaking naming them by, numbers and letters, instead of just calling them, names, which, I mean, yeah, there's 1,000, different planets out there people have discovered alone, and there could be millions, maybe billions more out there, but, I feel like having an actual name, would make sense. But there is a planet out there that actually has, where one side, it stays daylight all day long, 24 hours a day, or how many ever hours, it has, because different planets have different, hours, and then the other side is just constantly cold. So it's like freezing, like, you know. It kind of has a similar effect to Mercury, but Mercury, or, you know, the planet to our sun, you know, that one actually, you know, rotates, you know, so it doesn't just face the star, you know, we have in the solar system, you know, it actually changes. That's actually something they actually did in the movie, and that caught me off guard, but I like it. I like that they did that, you know. So there are things I do like in the movie. There are things I like, you know, and, you know, but the thing is, we already have the Guardians, and I think, you know, if it weren't for that, all this crap with the storytelling, I think this movie would have been a very good movie, but the fact that they throw in, you know, this shit, like, multiple times, they keep interrupting the damn story, and then have, you know, the kid, you know, like, as an adult, and then a grandpa randomly out of nowhere having the kids tell the stories, or, you know, he's telling the stories. It kind of ruins the story, you know, that we're actually watching, you know, so, yeah. But that's the thing, though, this movie is definitely not bad. Like, it is not bad at all. Like, I think there are definitely way worse movies out there. We're actually going to be having one coming up that's going to be really bad, but, you guys might know what it is, but, yeah, we're going to have a movie that's coming up really soon that's going to be really bad, but yeah, that's kind of the thing, too, you know, it's just like, this movie's not bad. Like, it's definitely not bad. Like, I can see maybe why some people might not be into it. Alright, sorry about that. I guess my sister Magnolia was bringing in some ice cream, so... yeah, sorry about that. But I was gonna say, yeah, this movie was okay. This movie definitely, I definitely don't think it was really good. I mean, I don't think it was really bad, but yeah, I think it's alright. But yeah, but trust me, like I said, we're gonna have a very bad movie coming in pretty soon. But, I was actually getting ready to wrap this up anyway, because I don't think I got much else to say about this movie, but... Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I definitely feel like some people might not like this movie, but that's alright, because I told you guys, like, I've reviewed movies that I actually like that people despise, like Shrek the Third. Like, I don't think that movie was as bad as people say, you know, but yeah, I guess you guys can let me know what you guys think about the movie in the comments below. Anywho, see you guys later. Again, sorry about the interruption, but again, she brought home some ice cream. I guess she decided to come home, so... Anywho, bye-bye.